So this is where we left off in the basement last time. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Melinda, plain and simple. I can actually go through here, but just to make things a little easier, I'm going to go ahead and go through this bin. I think I had intended to go through that bin this time anyway, and that one also, so I'm going to do that. I do like these, so I'm not sure that I'm going to get rid of those, but what I'm going to do is look for things that I know I want to let go of. I emptied out this bin, and I am going to fill it up with the things that I'm getting rid of because most of what was in there is going to be leaving. This is a shower curtain. I don't know why I thought that looked good in my bathroom, because if you've seen my bathroom, there's no way that looks good in my bathroom. But anyway, I was into the buffalo check thing, I think. I don't know. And I have these curtains. I don't remember why I got these, but I don't think I ever ended up using them. And I kind of prefer white over the off-white with things, so I think that's why I just never ended up using them. I did use these, and as you can see, there's a bunch of them. These were the ones that were hanging in all of the places in my house. Because we have the big sliding glass doors, we have a big huge picture window, and we have a big window in the family room as well. And so I had all of the windows covered with these. And if I can grab it with one hand, this is why I want to use the tripod now. But those are all going. And all of these that I never got around to opening up. I never did put them up. So I think I ordered some more, and they didn't come in the same dye lot color, so they didn't really match. One was more red than the other, and so since I had them all, like hanging on windows together, I had to order more in order to get some that match. So that was a little tricky. And then as you can see, I had the big red checks all over the house. I had these in the bedrooms, and I think in the kitchen as well. I may keep one pair of those and see if I want to put those back up in the kitchen, but otherwise all of this is going as well, because I thought about hanging them down here in the basement. That is the reason that I kept all of these curtains, because I don't know if you can tell, but like the blinds are all like broken and messed up down here, and so I thought about hanging them down here. But you know what? I really don't want them down here. That's just one more thing I'd have to take care of. I think I'd rather just replace the blinds and make it easy on myself. Not that blinds are easy to keep clean, but yeah, I don't want them. So all of those are leaving. And then this bag had these two. These are really nice. These are those nice soft blankets. But you know what? We haven't used them for any reason at all. I used to have this one on our day bed, and I had real pretty pillows on with it and stuff like that. And a cat we had years ago, Bella, he was my baby before Pumpkin was my baby. But Bella used to lay in there all the time, and it used to come out. He would make a little black spot because of the oils and stuff, and it used to come out. But the last time he passed away, and the last time it just didn't come out. So it has a little, it's not awful, I can't even find it, but it's, like I don't want to spread that out on a bed and then, have that little dark spot showing up. Well, it would remind me of my Bella anyway. Not that I mind being reminded of my Bella, but I don't want to be reminded in that way. He was my baby. And you know what? We've never used that one, so it can go as well. And the little bag I had it in too. So all of that is leaving. And the only things I'm keeping are maybe this, because these are pillow forms that I bought and then put pillow covers over them. And I had I had a pair in my living room, and then I had a pair somewhere else. But I thought, these, I didn't know I still had these. I've gotten rid of a lot of them, but I think these are the ones that came with the quilt that I have on the bed in the spare bedroom. So I thought I might just give it a try, cover these pillows with this, and see how it looks to throw them on that bed. If it doesn't look good, then these can go. Or I can just lay them across it, and then maybe those will go. So these are in the maybe pile. So I am going to take these upstairs and put them in the spare bedroom. I'm not going to spend time figuring that out right now because I only have a short amount of time to get all of this recording done. So I'll figure that out later. But for now, we know this is all going to be leaving. I would love to be able to haul that upstairs by myself. I may make a few trips and get it up and out of here just to get it out of the basement so I make sure it gets gone. Okay, so let's go through this box now. This bin, whatever you want to call it. It don't matter what you call it. Just as long as we go through it and see what we can let go of. So I'm going to go through here, take all this stuff out, and spread it out on the table, and then see what we want to keep and what we want to let go of. The table wasn't quite big enough to really spread everything out, but as I took things out, I was kind of able to identify a few things that I am ready to let go of. And this was actually a gift from Randy's cousin, and so I thought, I can put that right there. And this is just the trash bag. I have it there just so it'll stay open for me so that I can easily just throw trash in there when I want to. So, but yeah, I think I'll just put that right there. Hopefully I'm not making you dizzy. And a few of the other things. I really like this. I love the look of this sort of thing. This is super heavy. I'm not going to hang it on a wall, and I don't really want to prop it up anywhere. It doesn't have sentimental value. It's just something we picked up at the thrift store. But I don't really have a place to put it, so it's going to go in this bin as something that is going to be leaving. It is going bye-bye. And now we can get our camera back into focus. There we go. And also, this. I don't need to keep that. I don't want to break anything. I'm not going to keep this. It's cute though, isn't it? It says home. Got that for my kitchen a while back, but I don't want things sitting around in there. So that can go. And she is adorable, but I don't need to keep her anymore either. So, because I'm not putting up a lot of decorations anymore. I'm being very, very careful with what I put up. So even though I love these things, I am not going to put them up and use them. So I'm going to go ahead and let them go. This I've had since probably the 80s. I made that years ago, so that can go. Don't want to break that thing. Now this book, I read this book a long time ago, and the only reason I've kept it is because I love purple and I love roses and purple roses. I mean, really, it's a beautiful cover, and its title is The Storyteller. It is a bit of a gruesome type book, yeah, a thriller kind. But I really love the cover, and that's the reason I've hung on to it. So I am going to put this in my office and just prop it up as just a decoration, basically, because some of the books that I do love, the cover on them, I'm going to start doing that, and only if I have a good place, though. I'm not going to just force it, but if I have a place that it looks okay, that's what I'm going to do. I've tried doing that before and then would take them down because I didn't like it, but I think if I'm very selective about it, and only do it a little bit, I think I'll be able to handle it, and then when I get tired of them, I can always let them go later. So this one I'm going to hang on to, at least for now. What else have we got here? Keep going out of focus, sorry. Let's see. I love this little angel, and let's see if I can try to get you. There we go. I love this little angel here. It is actually a bell, and I think this is so pretty. So I'm going to put these with my Christmas stuff, and then if I don't end up using them at Christmas this next year, I did use them last year, or the year before, but if I don't use them and decide I don't want to, then I can always let go of those later. So these are also going to be hanging around for the time being. This is really cute. but I don't think I'm going to use it anywhere, so I'm going to let that go as well. And let's see, probably won't use these flowers anywhere, but I think, I don't know, they're kind of cute, and this would be the time of year to use them. So I think what I'll do is, I have a little vase upstairs. I'll stick them in that vase, see if I want to keep them. If I decide it's too much, then I'm going to let them go after that. I don't think I'm going to use that. This is from my friend. So if I can find a place to use that, I will. But you know what? I can put it with my Christmas things. That way I can use it just at that time of year. So I don't have to worry about finding a place for it. I'll just use it at Christmas, because I think it was probably an ornament anyway. So that'll be perfect. And this is just a little thing I used to cover a little table when I did my book signing show thingies. Sometimes you can go to a little place and they'll let you set up and sell your book, like they have like a little fair or something. And so you have your little table, and then when people buy your book, you can sign the book if they want you to. And I would use that as a little cover for the table, but I don't think I like it that much, so I'm going to let it go. I got this one year for my husband. I think it was our anniversary or something, but this is not really our style or anything, so I'm going to go ahead and let that go. I think I got him something. I may have just got that for decoration, but it's not really our style. I didn't really like it once I got it, so it can go. And this is a cute little puppy. I may find a place for him. I'll put him with the maybes for now. But if I don't find a place, he can go. And this little basket and that little wreath, I used to have that stuff sitting together. Actually, I had it sitting on the chair that I now have in my office, the chair that was my mom's. And the cats used to jump up on that chair. I didn't use the chair. I just had it for showing. And the cats would jump up on it, so I sat stuff in it to keep them from ruining it. And at one point I had this doll there, and she was holding the basket, and the little wreath was there, and so it looked really cute. But it's just something that just sat there and got dusty, and I decided I want to use the chair instead of just looking at the chair. So I don't need to keep this anymore. I don't need to keep that basket or that wreath. That is going. And also, I actually made this for my dad. We used to make a lot of, my sister and I used to make a lot of dolls. This is actually from a pattern. I didn't design this one, but it's actually from a pattern. It was an Amish doll. Like, you can have her hair down or like that. But it's Amish, so it doesn't have a face. And my dad had made a little wooden rocking chair, and they used to keep it sitting in that chair at their house. And then when they passed away, they gave me the doll. My sister, or maybe my mom, gave it to me when my dad passed away. I'm not sure. But anyway, I don't need to keep the doll. I don't, that is not my dad. And so I don't need to keep the doll. I'm not going to put the doll out. It's not my style of decorating. And it's stuck in this. I'll have to get it out. She doesn't want to leave. But yeah, she's going to. But yeah, it's not my style of decorating, and letting go of this doll is not letting go of my dad. I don't have a sentimental attachment to it just because I made it for him. I think they just kept it sitting out because I made it and gave it to him. I don't know that it was something that they really loved. It didn't match their stuff either. It was just something, that I made. So that doll is going, and I hope she finds a nice, happy home with someone who really wants to sit her out and decorate with her or whatever. Or she could be played with, I suppose. I made her, and I made her really well, so maybe she can be played with. I don't know. They can even put a face on her if they want to, and make clothes for her or whatever, but she can go. Okay, as far as this stuff, I used to collect, well, I didn't really collect them, but I just love little chairs for some reason. And so I kind of ended up with a little collection of chairs, even though I wasn't purposely doing it. But I don't need to use this one. I used to sit my teddy bears and my dolls in them, but I don't need to keep this one. So I'm going to let it go. And let's see, this rose, unless I can find a place to put this, I'm going to go ahead and let it go. But this rose is a little bit sentimental because when my aunt passed away, I bought a rose to put on her grave and also one for myself. And I put the one that I had for me, I laid it on the day bed that Bella, my cat, always slept on. And so that rose was always on that bed. So that this rose reminds me of Bella and also of my aunt. I used to spend summers at my aunt's house. And so, but if I don't have a place to put it, I'm going to let it go. So this is going to be a maybe. I'm going to look around, see if there's a place in my house where I can use it, but I don't want to have to keep dusting it all the time. It doesn't too awfully bad considering it is that fuzzy felty looking stuff. So that's a maybe. And this is so cute. My sister gave me that. It is precious, and I love it. I might try to use that in our bedroom or somewhere, but if I can't, I may let it go. I don't know. I'm not sure about that because I do love the thing. And this is what's inside. It is the cutest little box. It's kind of heavy. But I also don't have anything to put in that. So, if I can't find a use, an actual use and a place for these two, I'm going to go ahead and let them go. Because I don't need to just keep hanging on to them. That's not really how I decorate. Anyway, I used to decorate very much like this. I don't decorate that way anymore. Not so much. So, these are my maybes so far. I have quite a few maybes so far. And these are going to go in Christmas. And I also love this little chair. So I'm going to put it with the maybe pile. So these things, I'm going to try to give them a second life and actually use them. I'm not going to just store them. They got to get used. These will get stored with Christmas stuff and then get used. And if they don't get used, then I will let them go at Christmas. And all of this is going to be leaving. Doesn't look like as much as it is because everything's underneath kind of, it's flat. But there was quite a few things in there. So that will be another bin emptied out. This bin looks like it has some office supplies and maybe some books and things like that in it. So I am going to take these things out and put them in this cabinet. So that way I am kind of consolidating the office things together and also emptying out another bin. And then if I see anything for sure I can let go of as I pull the things out, I can do that. Everything fit nicely into this shelf. So I have several binders. I know that looks like a lot of binders, but I use binders when I'm putting together my poetry books before I publish them. So I like to have several on hand, but I do have more than I really need. What I'm doing is I'm going to put them all together, and then when I get to the office supplies, I will go through them and just keep what I really think I need to keep, and the rest of them I will let go. So I will be letting go of some of these, but not today. And then I also had some journals in there. I don't use them as journals, but I have been using the pages out of journals to write things on, like notes and stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep them because I am using them. Had some trays. I probably will get rid of those, but they stack nicely. So for now, since I'm not really doing the office supplies declutter yet, I'm just going to leave them there and deal with that at that point. And then those old calendars, they just have positive sayings in them, and I want to read through those before I get rid of them. But I don't want to read through them today, so I just put them there. And when I get to that, I will do that. It doesn't take up a whole lot of space, but I did empty out a bin. So that is good. And I'm going to be letting go of this stuff because even though I love my little kitty cat calendars, I don't need to keep them, and I'm not going to use them for any kind of a crafting thing or anything like that. So I don't need to collect them, and I don't need to keep them for any other purpose. So I am going to be letting all of these go, but aren't these just adorable? And I don't need this one from half price either. And there were also some cardboard pieces in there. I was probably going to use these for some kind of a crafty thing because I had crafty stuff in my office upstairs as well. But all of this can go. It's not really a good time of year to be getting rid of the Christmas stuff, but I want to see what's in here anyway. So I'm going to try to pull it down from here. So far, I have all of these bags. It looks like some have been used, so like they'll get used again. And then some of them look like they might have not been used. So what I'm going to do is take these upstairs, go through them, any that look decent and not used. I'm going to see if they'll fit in our Christmas bin. If there's any that I don't really like, I can let them go. But anything else, I can put it with my buy nothing stuff to get rid of things. And because, you know, you have to put it in a bag or something. And so I use my old Christmas bags for that purpose sometimes. And I also can put these out in the driveway giveaways to put things in as well. So put them to use rather than just trashing them. And then I found this bag. Isn't this the prettiest little bag? I want something just to go in that bag. Isn't that cute? Anyway, I don't think that one's been used, but it's getting kind of bent. So it needs to get used for some purpose. And I've got a little pile of things going on down here, throwing the stuff that's trash down there. And then I found these in there. I think I bought them like cheap at a, you know, like a 90% off. Probably was going to use them for a crafty thing, but I'm not going to do that. And then all of these things are in this box. Still going through this box. I'm not going to use those, so all of that can go. And let's see, this is a pretty bag, so we'll put it over here. But this tissue paper, that could probably get stuffed. It doesn't look too terribly bad because it gets wrinkled up anyway, right? That one can go, but we'll put this with these just to be pretty. Looks like a couple of more bags. And some gift boxes. Let's see. This looks like... This was a gift box that probably something came in. Don't need to keep that. Gift bag. So we'll put that with the stuff. Don't need to keep that. These look nice, so we'll keep those. And let's see, some cute little ones here. So it looks like there's just a lot of gift bags. And like I said, I'm going to go through them, and anything that is looking a little ratty, it can either be used for trash or it can be used for donation bag or anything like that. And if there's just a tremendous amount of them, I'll just get rid of them. But yeah, that can go. I don't know what that is there on that. Isn't that cute? Some little teacher might like that, don't you think? Yeah, that's cute. Or a kid who likes to play teacher might like that. Oh, isn't this one pretty? Yeah, that's pretty. Oh, how cute. Oh, I have tons and tons of bags. This one looks like a purse. Cute. Okay. And I don't know what that looks like. That's a bag too. That can go. Oh, how cute. How cute. Let's see. And I can throw something in that. Throw that in trash. Uh-oh. All the bags just fell. They want to go bye-bye too. We'll pick that up. I don't need that box. And bag. What's in here? So this looks like it's empty, and we can put trash in it. And all of this is looking very much like it's trash. And this is from back when I used to work at Express. A long time ago. I think it was back in the 80s. I worked at Express in the late 80s, I think it was. Because I was 33. It might have been early 90s. I was 33 when I got my driver's license. And right after I got my driver's license, I went and got a job at Express. Okay, so I didn't even look good in their clothes, but I was the stock girl, so I didn't have to wear all their clothes, actually. But I didn't have any clothes, so I bought their clothes. And then when I quit working there, I got rid of all of them because they really didn't look good on me. I gave them all to my sister because they looked good on her. So that's how it works sometimes. Yeah. Had some beautiful sweaters from there, but they did look better on her than they looked on me. Okay, so this one, I'm just going to go ahead and call that one because it just looks gross. It looks like it ain't going to go nowhere. Okay, and there's plenty. So, more and more and more and more and more. More tissue paper. Oh, that's a good thick piece of cardboard. Anybody need a thick piece of cardboard? And a bag, gift bag. And so that's pretty much all that is in here. This stuff, I'm not going to use that, so that's going to go. Yeah, so. And once I get all of these bags picked back up over here, I just made a big old mess. Once I get all that picked up, I'll show you what I got. Okay, I think we have more stuff than we had box. There's the box I emptied out. And this is what was in there. This is my use it or lose it pile. It's mostly bags and gift boxes. I'm going to go through that, see what we want to keep, and see what we can use in another way, and then see if there's some stuff we can let go of as well. So that's my use it or lose it pile. I'm going to take that upstairs and go through it as the week goes on. I'm not going to do that right now because I want to continue with what I'm doing. But this is my get rid of it pile, and this is the stuff that's going to go in the trash or recycle. I moved the rugs over to here, so now I can access this shelving unit more easily, so I can start going through that. These bins have craft items and a little bit of office supplies with the craft items. That is my keepsake bin that had been over here. And some of those things, these boxes were sitting here. I moved them over. They all have office supplies in them, but now I'll be able to access that cabinet more easily. This table is starting to get cleared off, and I'm going to leave this folding table here and set up because I don't want to have to keep taking it down and putting it back up since I'm going to be coming down here using it again. The reason I don't want to do anything further is because I have some things that I wanted to follow up on. The things that were my maybe items or my use it or lose it items. I need to go upstairs and deal with that stuff and take care of it, and I don't want to just have a whole bunch of that stuff because that can get a little overwhelming. This is what happened to all of that stuff that I pulled out of that room downstairs in the basement. It didn't take very long to get it all out of there, but now I need to deal with it. So this stuff will be easy. This is trash and recycle stuff, and this stuff is all stuff that I'm going to be giving away. I could post it on the Buy Nothing site, but it's not supposed to rain on Saturday, so I think I'm just going to put it out in the driveway giveaway because it will most likely get gone a lot more quickly. So unless there's something in there that I really don't want to stick out in the driveway, I think all of this is going to go out there. And then this stuff is my use it or lose it pile. So I'm going to go through these things and see if there's a place in the house that I can use them. And these are the gift bags. Some of these we may want to keep for gifts, but then others we may want to use them just to put trash in, or to put donations in, or to put the Buy Nothing stuff in, because I do put things or post things on the Buy Nothing site sometimes. So I can use those bags in that way as well and put them to use. So my use it or lose it pile. But that is what I pulled out of that room in the basement today. All of this stuff is either going to be given away, thrown away, or put to use. And rather than being just stored down in my basement.
Stored and shuffled, pushed around, stacked too high, it all falls down. Pick it up and start again. Throw it all back in the bin. If you're ready, you can do it. If you're not, you'll still get through it. Bit by bit and day by day, toss the extra stuff away.
And let me know in the comments if you did any decluttering along with me, or if you're going to be decluttering anything around your house this week. I'd love to hear from you. Meanwhile, happy decluttering!